Since Diddy's arrest in September, many celebrities have been suspiciously quiet. Diddy was connected with almost everyone in the Hollywood and music industries. Nearly every celebrity had met him at some point, and many had gone even further, joining his parties and perhaps even his crimes.
Rapper and producer Sean Diddy Combs
physically assaulting his then-girlfriend Cassie Ventura
will stand trial on federal trafficking and racketeering charges in May.
Charging Sean Combs with racketeering conspiracy, trafficking, interstate transportation for prostitution.
P. Diddy faces 120 explosive abuse claims, in which 25 were minors. P. Diddy was found involved in the murder of Tupac and the notorious B.I.G. Then what is that P. Diddy case? And why did any Hollywood celebrity or hip-hop artist not want to associate with Diddy? And who are P. Diddy's victims? When federal agents raided Diddy's home, they found 1,000 bottles of baby oil lubricants and firearms. And even Justin Bieber is one of the victims of Diddy. Sean John Combs, aka P. Diddy, is one of the biggest names in the music and entertainment industry. He was born in a poor family where his father had served in the US Air Force, but after leaving the force, he started to work with a drug dealer, Frank Lucas, and at just age 33, he was shot dead. Then Sean and his family spent their life in poverty. Despite that, Sean did business majors from Howard University, but then in second year, he dropped out of college. And in the 90s, P. Diddy started to work at Uptown Records as an intern. And in 1993, he was expelled from the company. After that, P. Diddy launched his own label, Bad Boy Records. His label was very successful, and in this label, he launched a lot of artists who became very famous in the future, like the notorious B.I.G., Faith Evans, and 112. After the success of these artists, P. Diddy himself entered in music industry, and he released his first album, No Way Out, which was a super hit. And in 1997, his track came, I Will Missing You, which was a tribute after death of notorious B.I.G. This won a Grammy too, and had hit singles like Can't Hold Me Down and I Will Be Missing You, which both made it to the Billboard 100 charts. Notably, I Will Be Missing You became the first hip-hop song to top the chart. P. Diddy's music career was at its peak in the 1990s. He released numerous albums, all of which were major hits. With music, he was also a talented music producer. He produced music for many artists, like Asher. So P. Diddy is a very successful artist who has a connection with every major celebrity. And he is also an established businessman. Jay-Z, Beyoncé, Kevin Hart, Leonardo DiCaprio, Justin Bieber, and many more celebrities. Diddy had a very close connection. The whole P. Diddy scandal started in November 2023, when P. Diddy's ex-girlfriend, Candera Cassie, accused serious allegations against him. She filed a lawsuit against P. Diddy in which she claimed that Diddy physically abused her for 10 years. Cassie accused P. Diddy for drug-fueled freak-off and being involved in sexual encounters forcefully. She said he forced her to encounter male prostitutes and then record these acts. But P. Diddy denied all the allegations. But after that, a video of Diddy went viral on social media.
CCTV footage has emerged of the rapper Sean Diddy Combs physically assaulting his then-girlfriend Cassie Ventura in the corridor of a hotel in 2016. Ms. Ventura made allegations of rape and physical abuse against him in a lawsuit.
Diddy offered $50,000 to the hotel to remove this video, but once anything came on, the internet didn't go back. Then P. Diddy released an apology video.
So difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you gotta do that. I was
However, after that, many victims started to appear, and P. Diddy received numerous allegations. Attorney Tony Busby claims that a total of 120 victims were involved, including girls and boys, and that 25 were minors, and the youngest victim is 9. A California lady said in a lawsuit that when she was 17, Diddy and some people gang-raped her. Diddy threatened her if she told anything about Tupac, then he would kill her. Then, what did this lady know, and what was the relation between Tupac and Diddy? On 7 September 1996, at 11:15 p.m., Tupac was shot in a driveway. Tupac was sitting in the passenger seat of his BMW 700p, and then a white Ford and Cadillac came across his car, and a shooter sitting in the backseat of the Cadillac fired multiple shots at Tupac, and he died after much speculation about who killed Tupac and who had a rivalry with him. And P. Diddy was part of this speculation. Diddy and Tupac had a beef before that because this rivalry was between the East Coast, which means New York, and the West Coast, which means California. Diddy belongs to the East Coast, and Tupac belongs to the West Coast. The major update related to this came in 2023, when Kaffi D. Sevis, who was arrested in the Tupac murder case. He claimed that P. Diddy offered him $1 million to kill Tupac. And one allegation by a 16-year-old whom P. Diddy said that he would launch him in the music industry, but after that he started inviting him to his parties and sexually assaulted him. A lady said in a lawsuit that she and her friend were invited to the Marriott Hotel and then both allegedly trapped and forced to drink and take cocaine. and then Diddy assaulted them, and then one after one incidents started to come out. Is that a plan against Diddy? However, the real reason for that is the New York Adult Survivors Act. Generally, if a victim files a lawsuit after the time limit, there is no value. However, through New York Adult Survivors, victims are given a time frame by which they can file a lawsuit against anyone. And because of this act, many victims started to come out at the same time. And the majority of these victims came from the white party of P. Diddy. So, what were these white parties? In these parties, alcohol and drugs are used too much. Alcohol is used with illicit substances like GHB, ketamine, and cocaine mixed with it. Mostly ladies consumed this at parties. And at night, these parties convert into freak-offs, where sexual performance was organized, in which Diddy sometimes participated himself, and sometimes he recorded these acts. The party attendees' phones were sealed in bubble cases so that any unauthorized photo or video didn't come out. Now, all these acts were mostly non-consensual, and some ladies were too impaired by drugs that they didn't know when they went from parties. So, 16th September 2024, Diddy was arrested by federal agents in New York City. He was arrested in the Manhattan hotel lobby and taken into federal custody. P. Diddy is accused of 3 allegations: racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, and transportation of prostitution. In a 14-page federal indictment, the allegation is that Diddy is the owner of a criminal enterprise. Diddy exploited the women, abused them, and to complete his sexual desires acted forcefully, and a freak shows named event organized where women were forced to do sexual acts with male prostitutes. In the end, it was reported that Diddy had been engaging in these acts since 2009, but he used his power to intimidate victims. P. Diddy offered $50 million proposal to the federal judge for his bail, but the federal judge rejected the offer. Prosecutors presented some evidence in court where P. Diddy was trying to influence a witness, like a witness contacted 128 times in 4 days. But now P. Diddy is finally in custody. But what is the role of other celebrities? The disturbing things going on in the hip-hop and Hollywood industries have been talked about indirectly. In 2016, Asher said in an interview that when he had gone to P. Diddy, he saw his lifestyle, which was very wild.
And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
Recently, a clip of Keeping Up with the Kardashians went viral, in which Khloe Kardashian told,
5:30 a.m. Go to this party. I think half the people there were butt naked.
Eminem also told a line about Diddy in his music. Eminem indirectly talks about Diddy in his raps. So, in this whole P. Diddy scandal, Justin Bieber and other A-list stars stood where? Jay-Z, Beyoncé, Justin Bieber, Kardashian, Leonardo DiCaprio. These and other celebrities were part of these parties. And Jacqua Wright, a singer, writer, and also P. Diddy's ex-employee. Recently, they interviewed with Piers Morgan. She appeared on an uncensored show where she said that Jay-Z and Beyoncé are also like P. Diddy, and thousands of victims are also against them. Jacqua Wright also called them monsters. But surprisingly, after some time, the episode of the uncensored show was taken down. Now the speculation is that Justin Bieber is also a victim of P. Diddy. After Diddy's scandal, Bieber's old video got viral, in which Justin Bieber was 15 years old where he spent 48 hours with Diddy. After that, Justin Bieber and Diddy saw each other after 2 years, and in their next interaction, Justin Bieber seemed very uncomfortable, and recently Justin Bieber completely refused to address this case.
Used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot, but you never really got my number, so.
Correct. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
Tell you my number.
Yeah.
And all these allegations against P. Diddy are only the tip of the iceberg. If Jacqua Wright and other people obeyed, then many more celebrities would come out, and the hip-hop and Hollywood industry can come into big trouble. So that was the whole P. Diddy scandal. Recently, P. Diddy was in custody, and only that information was available publicly.